crispy day. Alright, let's make sure this charger stays on. There's hardly anybody on the streets today. It's like everybody's meat is cooked today. I don't know. Really strange. Trixie, how you doing, babe? Everybody's meat is roasted. I'm doing super. A little warm today, but it's okay. Hey, Put Mom. Hey, Naomi. How you doing, honey? Hello, boss. Bosses are on early. I don't know if this, who knows if this coffee machine is running. I never to get back to you about what. Hey, Nick. I did. I said my eye was fine. Not fine, but it's better today. I thanked you and said that I'm on treatment. If you didn't get the reply, I don't know what happened. Hey Lee, how are you? Check your messages again. It's better than yesterday, but it's still got a few days to go. Yeah, it's a little crispy. When you see people aren't even hanging at the 7-Eleven, yeah, it's a little crispy. Yeah, it's a bit better, thank you. Check your messages. Hot and yeah, B-Town and Napa. Yes, it's a little crispy today. So we'll back give up on this place for the week. Said they can't get anybody that knows how to fix the thing. Right. Welcome to 2024. Yeah, it's a little better. Thank you, Charla. I've enjoyed your postings. I'll be back. Hey, Callie Mo, how are you? Boy, what you got to do to get a cup of coffee around here? It's essential. I have that to cool off. It's part of my repertoire. Is looking ahead to next week. Now we're posting 117, 118 for Vegas. That could be just as bad at the borders of survivability on the street. I don't know. Hey, Stoney Jenkins, how are you, man? We're just having noodles tonight. I've been taking it a little bit easy today with this eye situation. Trying to keep my eyes closed. A green alligator and a long necked goose, a humpty back camel. Ooh, 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 ooh. It appears that people are very frazzled around town right now. Hey Nicole, how you doing? What's up, Troc? Everybody else, hello. I got the sun in my eyes, so pardon me. All right, mate, let's cross the street like I do. There you go. Good hustle. Whoa! Whoa! All that noise and you're hardly moving. I love that the guy's got a Dodge van, right? Being badass. Hey, Taylor. You gotta hit it and quit it. Hello. Lisa B, how are you, honey? If I missed you, please accept my apology. Hello, June. All right, what are we gonna do, mate? Are we gonna turn it? Are we gonna go in straight? Turn the wheel. Never drove before. a crispy critter, yes. What do we got here? 95. It's hard to believe it could be 20 degrees hotter in Vegas. I don't know. Thank you, Taylor. Hello, everybody. If I missed you, the eye's doing a bit better today. Oh, I wish I could say the same for the van. I just hit that. Boy, I'm good at hitting curbs. That'll probably destroy the sidewall. Hey, Cindy. Yeah, well, it'll be interesting. We'll see. Man versus heat. 119 degrees. I don't know. Yeah, I did get the oil change today. I got that taken care of. Yeah, the eye's doing a little better. It's going to be a long-term proposition. Is that Blackbird? Welcome in, everybody. Happy Monday. Best get used to the heat. So I don't know. I mean, I don't really have to worry about, obviously utility bills are not a... Yeah, go ahead, dude. All right, I'm going to go ahead. Thank you. But electric bills are going to be fierce for people. I haven't been able to see comments, so let's wait till I get over here and get parked. Yeah, did it go ahead? I hope I didn't just crush another sidewall. Yeah, hi Magda, how are you? Yeah, it's a lot for me to contemplate. Our AC has run up bill quite a bit. I was a little shocked. Yeah, it'll be a lot. I think I got the 6-second delay on it. I don't know. I have removed the cover from the protective rubber case from the phone. So I'll have to do a little testing this week with all the gear and see if I have enough batteries, or what's this guy peeing against the wall? Well, you deserve, pregnant, that's like carrying a double load. You deserve to be comfortable. There's always shade. Hey, Shemay. See a lot of people out and about tonight. There's that nice Lance camper setup. 2 slides on that baby. Alright, let's go deep in the hole here. Boy, I've really bent that pole over time, I'll tell you that. No doubt that's my handiwork on that thing. Whew. No doubt that's got my name all over it. Sun, it makes it impossible to see. Oh, yeah, it's hard because when you're backing up, the sun is in your mirror, so can't really see anything. Alright, we're just have to call that good. I guess I'm in. Let me take a look at this mess. Oh, hell no. I missed so much it isn't even funny. Confusing stripes on the ground here. Alright, here we go. Let's take one more bite of the big apple here. Alright, here we go. I'm embarrassed to say that's my handiwork on that pole. Alright, here we go. No sense upsetting the parking deeks. This looks good. All right. I think it's hot. I don't know what it's going to mean for trying to keep a live stream going even with the coolers on in Vegas. I don't know. Tell you the truth, I'm starting to have a few second thoughts about heading down there. I mean, every day it seems like the temperature forecast is higher and higher for... You know, it started out at 109, then 111, 113, 114. Now we're up to 117. Should we go for 120? I mean, what the hell? Right. Predicted up in the sun and the heat. Hey, how you doing, Darla? How are you, honey? We just need air circulating, that's it. The worst thing that would happen is the monsoon go somewhere pleasant. Well, there's work to be done down there too, so 120 would be way too hot for me. You get heat stroke. Well, get a big hat. We may not be able to go live until the sun dips. I pulled into Las Vegas with a tent trailer, 117 overnight. It was hell. Yeah, I can imagine in a tent trailer. That would be a little bit psychotic, wouldn't it? Well, Cheryl Mew knows that was 5 minutes ago. We're all good. I've done enough damage around here. What is here? That's what is it? I don't use sunblock. I don't ever use sunscreen. I think it's better to have a lot of sun on you. How you doing, Joe? Yeah, nice birthday shirt, huh? By Oakland. How do people take Oakland A's Lightbow? Hello. They're not happy. You know, obviously they've been stripped down to nothing. Yeah, the eyes. The eye's still a little bit wonky, but it's better. Had 2-year-old in and 2 older ones use the pool. I stood out on the step and cried. Oh, wow. Wow, you still taking that skin vitamin? Not sure. I take a magnesium pill. I cut out the D3 because of I had some negative reports on that. Take the magnesium, and that's about it on the daily now. I take butter, but so I did get the oil change today, so we're good to go on that till next change, 131,000 miles. Let's hope the rig holds up. It's going to be a lot of wear and tear. I think the good news for me is the route that I have mapped out is to go to LA first. So if I leave at 5 a.m. at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'll be in Buttonwillow, and that means another hour till over the Grapevine and down into starting to descend into Santa Clarita and greater Los Angeles area. So that should be okay. It should be accomplished by about 11 o'clock in the morning. And then it should be okay in LA. And then as I'm schlepping over to Las Vegas on the 9th, that's where we're going to have our first real test, that 4 hours in the desert up there. From like Victorville, Fontana over to Las Vegas. And then when I leave Vegas, I'll be leaving at 4 a.m. Leaving at 4 a.m. and then, I should be down off the high desert by about 10 a.m. in the morning. So, and I'll just have to contend with the Central Valley, which will be miserable enough going through there. But that'll, 252 miles, we'll just have to burl it through. Because once I get over the Altamont Pass into the Bay Area, then it should cool off very nicely. Yeah, I have all the stuff. Catherine sent me cooling pad. Shimei has a fan that mounts right here for the back of your neck. I have the Patricia Wakefield fan. I have to dig that out. Without roadside distance. Do you have an overcast sky today? No, there's not a cloud in the sky here. Seeing if the afternoon sea breeze is going to come in. How's the air conditioner in my van? When it works, it's good. There's no AC now. Is this global warming? Well, consider this. We burned more fossil fuels in 2023 than any year in history. So, yeah. Okay, the more shit you put up there into the atmosphere, the more gets trapped in, and right. So basically, hit by rolling blackout one day earlier. Is that today? Or is that in Vegas? Why did we burn more? What? Because of just economic growth around the world. I'm going to Vegas on the 9th. I'm going to LA on the 6th. So basically my critical zone is once I get into up to the high desert from LA and then, you know, get downtown to the hotel, especially if I'm crawling along the streets or Hayter or the freeway, then that's going to be terrible. Nobody blocked you, Hyacinth. You're still here. We don't even know what your religious beliefs are. I don't think we've ever quizzed anybody. The only one I know is for sure is Shimei. And myself, other than that, and Class Carry, other than that, that's about it. The vitamin is, oh no, I don't take that. Yeah, I would go to the Middle East, yeah. Doesn't matter who's to blame for, yeah, the event's gonna happen. It's already baked in the cake. I mean, there's, hey MR, it doesn't matter what we do now. It doesn't, yeah, and, Naomi's Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So yeah, okay, there's a few people I know. Good old Southern Bats. So we got it all across the board here. So yeah, nobody's ever been kicked out for religious affiliation here. Anyway, what's going on with the environment is already baked in the cake. I had some mama boys stop in. Sounds like Anton. Caribou. I had some mama boys stop me this week. Yeah, we'll get some Woodford Reserve for Tara. Although she likes the beam. We're all set. What would someone get kicked out for? Just tearing into somebody else. I always say I don't care what anybody says about me. I don't give a flying F. But if you start ripping on other people in the chat, well, then you're going to have a problem. Okay? Which is rare. In the whole course of a week of streams, 7 days of streams, I'll bet we don't boot out more than 2 people in a week, if that. And usually that's on a Friday when we're doing the very, you know, the mega streams and all that. Remain civilized. That is what our society is missing. You cannot, as I've said before, people find out at their dismay that it's always easier to destroy a civilization than to build one. Hence the whole book I'm writing is based on all of that. Shoot, go into the parking lot at 90 miles an hour. That's cool. Reed is the doors, Rosie. Yeah, we never have a problem with Regis or anybody in here. I don't know. I'm into my 15th month on this thing, so it's a very, you know, they say most decent books take 1.5 to 3 years to write. I made some top-notch latex today, plus some failures in the lab. I'm a Navy veteran. I saw brother I never allowed priests to marry. No, I don't think it'll ever change. There's some doctrines that are unchangeable. I know people are fascinated with that. You seem to be the only one who's fascinated with latex. Truth. And I mean that in a positive way, okay? Let's tap that like button if you're coming in. Please hit that like button. Take a moment. It is appreciated. But you know, I don't know long term what the future holds for the Southwest, right? I mean, and you know, a lot of the rest of the country too. I mean, how do you keep cool in that type of environment where, you know, the cooler you want to be, the more you got to burn, right? And you know, solar's good, but then the sun goes down, right? And then you got to kick in all those coal fire, natural gas, and nuclear, nuclear power plants. So I don't see anything that's going to reverse that. They're talking about putting the eyes a little better. Thank you, Linda. They're talking about putting sunbrellas up there in you know, at a high enough distance to block some of the light. Leave my body, Robert, stop. I get. So I expect it'll really intensify, just like an inconvenient truth said, right? You'll have more intense storms. We see this thing over the Gulf now. I don't know where that thing is going to end up. Right? Hey, Amanda. So in other words, I don't see anything that's going to reverse it at all. The only thing, you might have emergency government mandates. They might all get together and say, you know, that by 2030 you have to have public transportation or whatever, and if you can't do it, then figure it out or something. I don't know. Who knows? Oh dear. Oh, that's cool. Hit the Grenadine landfall and pick Trump, and he will throw you a roll of 20. You're still after Trump, right? Wow, well. Trump is not really the focus. He just got handed a major victory by the United States Supreme Court today. So you won't see him, you know, he'll be in office, and then that'll be that. I mean, that's the topic of conversation is all about Biden. Well, he's, you know, I mean, it's split on ideological lines. That just shows you can't count on the Supreme Court, liberal or conservative. They don't give it. Neither side really gives a damn about law anymore. And that's why the people like AOC know it, that little sniveling little... Hey, Joni, how you doing? Yeah, they're both evil. You know, Sotomayor writes a minority opinion, big deal. Learn to love it, man. You stuck it to other people under the Warren Court and all the other stuff for decades. A little turnaround is fair play, right? But now where God is in control. Yeah, well. I feel the opposite, but that's okay. Yes, you know, everything's swing, and everything's like a pendulum. It swings one way and then it swings the other. Dark money in Washington is talk some sense. Oh, Roosevelt. Well, so interest rates spiking again today. I'll tell you, there's your real phantom that you should be afraid of. That's the real phantom of the opera. Dun 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 dun. Everything else is a sideshow. Let's see. I have a question, but I pose a question. Magda is what the brother everything gets so much hatred. Thank you, Bub D. 1999. Isn't that sweet? I'm going to put that into the Travel Survival Fund. That's what we're going to call that. Just think of how glorious we're going to feel when we make it to the. If and when we make it to the Atomic Lounge at crawling in there at 9 a.m. at night, how we're going to be feeling. Thank you, Bub D. Thank you. Just think what an awesome sense of victory. Hyacinth, I don't know what your beliefs are, honey. I mean, you're in here, you're just stirring the pot. I mean, just ease back a little bit. Right? I mean, I got ordained ministers in here, for goodness sake. Mm-mm. Which one, Charlotte? Which one? Sure, I have to ask Charlotte which one. Oh, isn't that funny? Nobody's blocking you. We're just trying to say, why do you have to come in and always lead with that? Can't you just come in and just talk to us and talk about global warming and talk about Vegas, talk about what's going on? Oh, Trump. It's nice to see Tara. You know what? I'm saddened too, but I deal with it. I put my pants on and get out there and deal with it. People without jobs and women thinking they're desperate. I think there are lots of voters. The big job losses are out here in California right now. Down in Silicon Valley, Santa Clarita, San Mateo County. There's always somebody hiring. Seems to need people don't want to work. Yeah, a big part of that is having the proper skills, and that's driven home to me every time I repair something in churches and stuff. And I look at what was done before, and I look at the people that are coming in now and doing stuff. Man, they couldn't even get the mechanical doors right for a wheelchair. Hey, Judy. So the guy tell me this morning, I just want to thank you for what you do here. I'm like, don't even thank me. This is stuff that, they're paying for. Thank you, Duncan. Let's celebrate the 5th. Thank you, Duncan. Thank you very much. What a wonderful person. What a wonderful person. Thank you, Duncan. It was hot on the Alpine route today, I can tell you that. And that's sweet. We're going to put that into the Travel Survival Fund. Yeah, thank you, Hyacinth $4.99. Appreciate it. Put that into the Travel Survival Fund. Thank you, everybody. I don't know what you're sad about, Hyacinth. Seems to me nobody said anything here today. We have trouble finding help because of needing qualified people. All chemical engineers. Thank you, Duncan. Thank you very much. But I'm taking the summer off from a lot of that repair work over there. Start up again in August. I say to myself, I am better off today than I was 4 years ago. There's Glenn. Yeah, that's a good question. A speech I say to myself, am I better off than I was 4 years ago? So what's the answer to that? I wonder if June saw her what I posted on here, but you know what makes me sad is seeing small business close up, drop because of high costs. Yeah, it's a lot of rules and regulations. The cost of insurance, liability insurance, is through the roof these days. You have to have workers' comp. You have to have all the withholding. You have to, a lot of places you need to offer benefits. The rents are high. I'm better off than I was 4 years ago. Yeah, I thought that was June. June, did you laugh or did you think, oh, that's awful? Do you even have a Bible? I do. I sure do. I have a Vulgate Bible. Yeah, Lord have mercy. I think I have two of them actually. Answers follow up if you do make it happen. If no, then same question. What's up, Brenda? How you doing, honey? Oh, that's nice, Cindy. Do I read it? Yeah, I pretty much read it, yeah. Yeah, good to see you, Brenda. Yeah, translated by Jerome, yeah. Methinks you don't. What would give you that idea? I mean, am I not kind to people? I don't treat people well? I'm not charitable, not humble. I mean, how exactly would it manifest itself? Lurkers shaking my damn head. In other words, do you live it or you just read it? A green alligator and a long neck, a humpty-back camel, do. The chapters of the global calamity. Man, hey Cobra John, Trog, that sounds like a song, man. We're on the verge of annihilation. Uh, oh, you're kind, Lisa. Yeah, I don't go out there. I'm just born run through camp. You know, I just try to live it. And, I like. No, we're not shopping. It's Monday night tonight, honey. We're just hanging out. I'm handling my eye here. Trog's writing a song. Well, it's just you have to expect it from the court. I mean, everything now is on lines of conservative and liberal. So, you know, Franklin Roosevelt faced the same thing in the 1930s when the National Recovery Act was stricken down by the Supreme Court in 1935. Right? And he wanted to pack the court, you know, expand the court to put his own appointees on. Hey, you just got to live with the realities of it, right? We're having dinner. We're having noodles. Yeah, no rabbit. I thought that was cute, Jen. We're just having noodles tonight. It's going to be too warm to do much cooking. I think I'm going to go to REI tomorrow. See if Blackbird wants to go over. And then when I'm waiting, it just comes to me like, what would you like to discuss? We never put the clamps on anybody here, Hyacinth. I'm not sure what you want me to do differently. I mean, I don't know. Right. I'm not a rabbi. I'm not a priest. I'm not a minister. I mean, what do you want from me? I grew up eating rabbit, but not sure I could now. Talk about that barbecue sauce. Man, that stuff. Shemay, I don't even know how to describe it. It was more like, it was more like a jam. It was weird. It was blubbery like a Concord grape jam. It was really weird. I just had to deep six it, man. I mean, you know, I'll only go so low on the food chain, right? And then you're really like you're below third world. And I believe I was actually tapping into fourth world last night. Right. And I said that crap's got to go. I didn't mind so much. Right. That one I didn't mind so much the date because we've eaten expired food from 2011. The only one that ever gave a reaction was Farmer John hot dogs. Roosevelt straps my friends. Someone doesn't know you. Hey, Amelia, how are you, honey? My theory was like this, Magda, and I've expressed it before. An Amanda hug and kiss will become a little aggravated because, you know, I like to tell the story over and over again. The thing is, you had like the Arctic expeditions, right? Scott and Endurance, right? Their boat got crushed up like as bad a situation as you could ever be in your life, right? And yet he got all of his guys out of there somehow or another, a miracle of survival. But they had to leave a lot of food there, right? And they went back like in 1988, National Geographic or something. Hey EJ, you know, National Geo tonight, returning to the scene of the Shackleton's Endurance sinking, and they found all this canned food, and what do you know, it was still good. So I thought, hey, might be a good day. Yeah, just still dealing with the eye. but it's a lot better today than it was yesterday. So that gave me the idea that things never really spoil, right? I mean, isn't Ted Williams' head frozen somewhere? I mean, how's that going to work out? When they thaw that out and all the skin falls off, right? I mean, what are we going to do? You know, use paper mache? I don't know. They do, though. I don't know. Anyway, I always invite people to express opinions. That chicken died in pain to give Pete covering day. Man, it was too sharp. It was too Peruvian. It had like a sharp edge to it, and it was like a jelly. It was like putting out Concord jam, squeezing it out. One might say it was mildly frightening, that stuff. But we'll try anything. But I had the deep sixes stuff. It just didn't, it was horrible. The taste, it was not, just the consistency. It was just the consistency. Nobody's offended, Hyacinth. We're just trying to figure out if you want to make a point, make it. If you say I should be reading the Bible more, yes, I should. Right? You're absolutely correct. Yep. Where's all the guys tonight in the chat? Come on, dudes. They're around. Well, that's good. So, let's agree to read more and enjoy. Something to say, everyone. Yeah, I mean, just say it. If you got something to say, just spit it out. Right? I don't think anybody's offended. I don't want to feel like I'm in a sewing class. I don't think I ever really look at gender or who's in. I don't know. I mean, people are just chatting it up tonight. We're having a good Monday night. Lisa V, how are you doing? We're leaving Satchel and going to Barstow's. Get up at 4 in the morning, make the drive to Kingman. Yeah, I'll be in Vegas at that time. Yeah, I don't think anybody's offended. We live in a country where we have freedom of religious expression here. Yeah, well, it went over my head. Whatever you thought you posted, Hyacinth. Didn't you see that? The Supreme Court be partial. There is now no time. It's the Supreme Court, honey. Right? It's the Supreme Court. You understand, in the 60s and 70s that the conservatives had to go through the Warren Court and all of those terrible decisions? Right? Things swing back and forth. Right? A conservative president is going to appoint justices that are conservative interpreters of the law. The liberal ones are going to take a more eisegetical approach to it. Are you going to be doing some more metal detecting? Yes, I am. Yep, Duncan, I am. I can never see Charlotte, but I know she did not block me. There is a secret airport up in the mountains of Santa Rosa. Not that I know of. We don't really have mountains. You might be thinking of Santa Rosa, Florida. That's probably very mountainous, right? A friend of mine lives in Dallas, Texas. Had a rattle. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. I worry about Western Diamondback rattlers. John doesn't left to Mexico, bloody hell. John Deere. Yeah, I saw John Deere is, yeah, that's what Moline and, yeah. Inland Texas, I look. Well, they turned it over to the... Well, that's the power of the presidency. We have co-equal branches of government. We've had enough judges legislate from the bench over the years. You got Manitowoc up in Wisconsin. The big crane company. Don't worry, before long we'll be in winter time complaining about how cold it is. SEAL team, conceal team is because we care about all of you. Well, thank you, Hyacinth. We care about you too. But we need more direction. Have you restored for your... sorry, Amelia. I appreciate you a lot, honey. Well, how are you, by the way? Please give me an update on my Gmail. I want to know what you're doing. It ain't about me, it's about you. I can't believe Ronnie worked the second half of the year. We're now moving closer to Christmas instead of moving away from it. Think about that. We're like orbiting. We've now turned, we're starting in. Right. Yeah, please update me. You kind of left me on tenterhooks last time. You were world-class content. Well, thank you, Bub D. I appreciate it. We're kind of in a lull. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the Rancho and engaged in a big writing project, but that's there's light at the end of the tunnel on that now. It's just I never knew how hard it would be to write a really banging introduction, so that's taken a lot of time. Oh, but I want to go. I can't believe how close we are to Christmas. All out the holly, put up the lights and tippy, la da dee 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 do 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 do. Look goes again now, 'cause we need a little Christmas right this very. Yeah, Gordon said, I'm going to take it easy on your last night because you're your eye. I thought that was very sweet. I do not like the cocktail sauce I have. It's really lousy. Haul out darling. Uh, Otherwise, people just block. They park sideways in all these spots. It's the plastic releasing gas. You would be better off with glass. I'm fine. Nominate me for a Grammy. That's it. Nominate me for a Tony Award. There's no business like show business. The only business I know. There's gonna be hell to pay in Vegas. I would never be in politics. We're still bloody distant from the holidays. We're getting close enough, Gordon. Start breaking out your baking pans. Yeah, I'd be a great president. Offered to write your introduction for you. You're sweet, Patty. And a darn good job you would do, too. You can write my foreword. You know, the introduction has to basically, you have to take a whole book and put it into 10 pages and, you know, smack people upside the head. Oh, sorry. So what's your phone call? Who is on the dead end? Marks and Engels. Who's getting a hold of you? Do you want to know, Patty? Do you want to know? It's somebody from down in the down in Vegas.
I'll be over there in a minute. Bye. All right, I'll be right there. Bye.
But I don't take calls during working hours, right? Patty, don't you want to yell about the cat's water bowls today and all that? Oh, man. What's up, Nick B? Just within, what did you say, the best politician of all? Just within the, who would you say was the best politician of all time? By politician, do you mean somebody that got a lot done way over their pay grade, or do you mean somebody that I think was an outstanding leader? They're really two different things, and they're diametrically opposed in terms of my opinion of both of them. So, I mean, Brun have no peace. It's not Bird. It was somebody from Las Vegas, a friend of mine down there. Yeah. It's amazing how white people took to rap, you know? Mr. Z would be my guess. Nope. Do you know how to use the phone? Safety factor alone is crazy. I am not a crook. Therefore, I have decided, effective midnight tonight, to resign the presidency of the United States. For best or worst, best politician. Best politician would be probably Lyndon B. Johnson. There was no president that was more effective working with the Congress because he was deep in the Congress as a leader for a lot of years. So he knew how to bully people and twist arms and get shit done. So I would say few presidents in history were ever as legislatively successful as Lyndon Johnson. Well, they didn't ask about the leader. He said about who was the outstanding politician. Yeah, Bird gets it done. Is that drunk and stoned or sober? Oh, come on. Let's not go at Bird, okay? He's very smart. He's very intelligent. What let Gordon Ramsay do your four-letter words or curse words? Oh, bloody this, bloody that. Yes, he's very smart. Back time to sharpen fish hooks for a day of fishing. Don't you use barbed hooks? It's amazing when we're salmon fishing, and then you cut over to cod. You have to take up the barb off your hooks by law. Yeah, I don't like Bird being stuff like that said about Bird. He's been a fine friend of mine. Yes, very kind too. I mean, I can go away and know that things are in perfect order. Hard to believe in September it'll be 3 years. 3 years. I don't know if LBJ was a good man. I mean, he was an effective politician, and that was kind of the question that I was asked. Who was the most effective politician? Can't you just catch and release? Well, I can't eat fish hooks, Patty Wakefield. Right? I don't like meat on the menu, honey. Some plonker. It was certainly in a better frame of mind. Those were the happiest years I remember. Well, because fish can jump, they can get off the line and stuff like that. If you can't maintain perfect tension on the line. But you have to take all your hooks and the guy's got to come with the pliers and whip that at kickstand. I don't know. I'm at minus any hooks. I hate getting my lips poked by claws and things. Yeah, I don't know what you're getting at, honey. Patricia Wakefield, are you saying that I should release the fish? Do the others? Who was the worst politician? Well, wait a minute. I was asked who's the most effective politician. I wasn't asked who I think the greatest president is. But I've already told you that before. Who I think the greatest president was. Who was the worst president? I would say for the destructiveness, there's two categories. For the destructiveness that was done to the nation, I would say LBJ, and a notch below him would be Andrew Johnson. All right, Joe. No, I don't release, Patty. I don't pay big money to go out there and release fish. Sorry, I'm all the shade water sources and then food too. Who's Patty Wakefield talking to? I don't know. I loved Andrew Jackson, Old Hickory, man. Battle of New Orleans. In 1810, you answered my question exactly the way I asked it. Thank you, Bob D. As far as the president I admire the most, it would be Abraham Lincoln. We wouldn't even ever have had a United States if it wasn't for Abraham Lincoln. Well, I'm not all about the Native Americans because I can find a million places in the world where countries and people have been overrun and absorbed by other people. It's just the nature of the world, right? Right. Some are weak, some are strong. You know, we can't go back and revise history, nor should we be held responsible for it. I was shocked to read about Benjamin being such a horn dog. Well, he was popular with the ladies in French society. Then you asked me about fishing input. Strong, effective leader. When men were men, my specialty, just because it doesn't make it right. Yeah, but it happened. I mean, what do we do? What do we do? I go back to Ireland, to Galway Bay. I mean, what do? I go digging up potatoes. I mean, what's the alternative? Where do you draw the line? Anyone else enjoy Gilligan? I did. I enjoyed Gilligan's Island. We were looking back at history and thinking, yeah, well, I just gave my opinion on it. So I could go back in history, the Vikings smashing skulls in Denmark and other places, and the Normans conquering England. I mean, what the hell do I draw the line, right? The Germanic tribes, the Visigoths, the Vandals coming down and sacking Rome and laying waste to that. I mean, where do you draw the line? The Hutu tribes driving this Senegalese out. I mean, I don't know what the hell to tell you. It's the nature of history. Is Mr. Z here? Yes, Ulysses S. Grant is on the $50 bill. Yeah, not only did Lincoln have the war, but he also had to deal with his wife, which was a full-time job. She messed with the occult too much, so she lost her mind. It didn't cause any upset, Bob D. I think it was interesting. Right? I think one can't deny that Franklin Roosevelt was a great, was a great leader at the time. And just thinking, March of 1933, the banks are folding left and right, and everybody's huddled around their radio, thinking the whole shitty deal's coming undone. First of all, let me assert my belief. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. same reason why Eleanor Roosevelt. My day, Eleanor Roosevelt. I see the old habit and feel bad with what man can endure. Yeah, and just when he should have been the happiest, gone to watch a play on Good Friday, he's felled by a bullet, and I've been to that theater several times, Ford Theater in Washington, D.C. So where John Wilkes Booth, that famous Baltimorean, jumped down off of the box and got his spur caught in the flag bunting. Seems ridiculous, but the U.S. has always involved itself in other business. Well, not always. Like now, probably if you had a vote, most people would want to stay out of Ukraine and all that mess. But we're dragged into it. People probably are trying to, yes, a lot of the WPA, CCC, NRA, all the alphabet agencies. Your name will be Roger Mudd, CBS News. Strictly important, all right. Yep, Dr. Mudd set the leg of John Wilkes Booth in Port Tobacco, Maryland. I can't picture a harvesting peat bog. I'm a pretty hard worker, Gordon. Just think there's people out there today working in that Central Valley harvesting. Dragging themselves to work in the dark of morning at 4 a.m. Yes, history teaches us a lot. It teaches us two things. The first thing it teaches us is that human nature never changes. The second thing it teaches us is man is not virtuous by nature. That's the two things that history teaches us. Everything else is just a derivative of that. Best king is Richard III and worst king is Henry VIII. Well, it depends how you evaluate Henry VIII. If you're looking at theological lines, yeah, it was problematic. But if you're looking at projecting power, and Henry VIII is really the one that, expanded England's power dramatically. I'd probably be talking Japanese and German. You see, even when you're a good leader like Churchill, they can't wait to kick you out of office. We will never surrender. I shopped online for a hamburger and guess how much $2.25 is going for. I don't know. Make sure it's ground beef and not. Well, you don't want me to go there. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yeah, if y'all ever have a chance to visit Gettysburg or Fredericksburg or all the great Spotsylvania, the Wilderness, Petersburg, Antietam, all those great places. They kicked him right out. Yeah, they kicked him right out, Bob D. They couldn't get rid of him fast enough. Like, well, war's over later, Dater. No, who would ever want to be a dictator? You better be able to sleep with one eye open, right? A green alligator and a long neck. Amanda's father wanted to be a fascist. Who's a fascist? What the hell? Who's a fascist? I don't know who a fascist is. Oh, Trump. Oh, Lord. You guys, it's not my boy. I'm just saying, come on, if you knew what real fascism was, Mussolini was a true fascist. Good night, Charla. Take care, sweetie. Keep posting. Much love to you. Taught to hate Trump if you watch the news. I don't know. I've never had a president that I ever felt hatred towards. Some I disliked. I thought Jimmy Carter was a terrible leader, but he was a good man. But what does that mean for the presidency and for the people? Oh, I don't think Hoover ever said let him eat cake. Hoover said we need rugged individualism, people pulling themselves up by the bootstraps.
It's from Hoover.
I wish we had more of that today. Yeah, write it in, Mario. No, Hoover's mentality is you don't throw money at a problem.
It's from Hoover.
But Hoover's problem was he underestimated the amount of pain that was going on in the nation. And then chasing the vets out of Washington, D.C., the Veterans Bonus March, that was a big mistake. But he told Douglas MacArthur and Dwight Eisenhower, just, tell them to leave, but they started burning down the shacks and stuff. So that soured my grandmother on it. Because her 3 brothers died in World War I, so. That's when she punched her ticket. But she probably kept cool with Coolidge. That was the last time, though, on Saturday afternoon you could line up to the White House and go shake the president's hand. Just open the gate and you just file through. Couldn't have that today. There's too many disturbed individuals now. I didn't know you were married before, Magda. So it really is like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? That no good lout. Tell me one thing you've ever been good for besides holding that glass. Yeah. I think the 100,000 note is actually Grover Cleveland. It is 93 here, which feels like the air conditioning is on. Today is Canada Day. I have the flag out. They carve the flag into it. No, it's not enough. You know, it's 2/3 of a loaf. We have our flag up. Have you ever seen that corny Christmas called Christmas Memory? I have not, Bubby. Sometimes when we're together, well, I really enjoy it when I really know much of, I don't know. Starting to get a little bit of breeze stirring. My Christmas is not complete without It's a Wonderful Life with Old Man Potter. Yeah, you can run and hide, George, but you can't hide. Yeah, the DA's looking for you. Lionel Barrymore Jr. We're owed a full Scrooge reading. It was a cold and frosty night in London town. As London was decked out for the coming holiday season, Ebenezer Scrooge was late in the evening in the counting office with Bob Cratchit, his bookkeeper. Dude, couldn't you get a better job? McNeeds had worm in their meat. Remember they put slime in the meat? Remember that, Cindy? The slime? The pink slime? Oh, cool. Grover Cleveland's on the $1,000 bill. That's cool. He's a very esteemed looking president. We didn't get it in full, did we? No, honey. It's a lot to go through. I forged these chains in life, you idiot! Why are you hauling those chains around? I forged these chains in life! Alright. I get it, man. You're angry. It's a lot to carry around. That was the very early stirrings of socialism there. It begins by guilting people. Yes, I could do the entire thing, absolutely. Yeah, Woodrow Wilson was one of the last casualties of the Spanish flu. Mama Cass choked on a ham sandwich. I'm sorry. I still like the story. So sue me. All the leaves are brown, leaves are brown, and the hand is gray. Ooh, 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 ooh. What is this lady doing to this Jeep? Is she gonna key it? She's looking around. I don't know. Checking out that Jeep. It's like when I went to, it's like when I ate at Denny's, right? They gave me a Gaines burger. I think it's like the movie Scrooge with Bill Murray. You got to make a comedy out of it. You'll love it. It's Scrooge. It's a dog taking a dump right over where the ballerina dances. Sleigh ride in the summer. We're starting to get a little bit of air circulating here. Still 93. Hoping maybe some of that sea breeze will come in. Sorry, I'm just hanging out tonight. The romantic is Virginia Woolf. He wasn't an academic, very dumb. I just enjoyed the casting. Was the casting. I was never much on Elizabeth Taylor, and but she was outstandingly cast with Richard Burton in that movie. It was dog food. Didn't you remember I showed that burger she made? It looked like a Gaines burger. It was just weird. Hey, doctor. Poor monkey boy had the omelet swimming in oil. The meat was roasted. Wonder if Dickens would have been mad at work. What he doing? Yeah, I think so. Dickens happened to be one of those authors that hit popular at the time that he published. He was a very beloved writer. Brown stuff between the ballerina's toes. Whew. I don't know. I don't think I'd be dancing in that grass. I don't even metal detect in that. Yeah, he was prolific. I mean, he was a good writer. He really kicked off the socialist genre in literature. Concern, no lighting bug. Do you think it's because of the debate? Lee, I hope you like. Yeah, Cahoots was fine. I didn't really focus on the food too much. I was just happy to be with you guys and enjoying the moment. I can't even remember what I had. I was just enjoying myself. It was definitely worth the trip, so I will see you guys in November. We'll be ensconced at the Lamplighter in Sonora. Well, we'll get a hug up again in November. You should go medal today over the Area 51. Oh, man. No way. You know, you're driving 50 miles to go to a gate, and there's nothing there. Right? I will not cower in the dust. Maryland, my Maryland, under the despot's heel. That's still the most anti-union, anti-Lincoln song that was ever written, and it's a state song. Did you ever listen to Art Bell? We went driving out. Did you see we went out to his property out there in Pahrump? I never really listened to Art Bell. You know, I could take Delilah in little fits and starts. Yeah, set to O Tannenbaum. Thy despot's heel is on thy shores. Do 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 do. No snakes this year. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be down, Bobby. We're going to go down to the Boston Janets on July 4th, and then the 6th be 7th, 6th be taken off. Saturday should be an easy travel day. Do 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 do. No, not much. Did you ever visit Poe's grave? I did. I have got a ticket there. You can see. Just put in my search box Edgar Allan Poe grave. You'll see it right across when I had a bad run-in with some big mouth young woman in Lexington Market across the street there. I wasn't back in Baltimore but like 20 minutes before I almost got into it in search of Art Bell. Keith Moon died in the same bed that Mama Cass did. I also visited John Wilkes Booth's grave at Greenmount Cemetery back on the channel in June of 2013. Talked to the caretaker there. That's when we still had the Maryland Penitentiary there. This is Louis L. Goldstein, your state comptroller. Your 1972 Maryland tax package is now in the mail. Please make sure to file early so that you may get your refund in a timely manner. Thank you. He kept that state humming financially. Never been what you'd consider a poor state. Yeah, I was live streaming in Lexington Market, and I just said, oh man, are you kidding me? Right? You get that camera out of my mother face. I'm gonna kill you, you white mother. Beep, beep, beep. Welcome back to Baltimore, man. Within a half hour, I had been my life threatening. I had a parking ticket. Yeah, that's it. When I was growing up, every birthday, every anniversary of his death, there would be a guy that would show up in a cape and a Napoleon hat and leave a bottle of brandy on the grave. And it became like a 40-year mystery. Who is the mysterious figure? And then finally got some guy. I should have let the guy just go, right? Some mysteries you never want to have solved. Yeah, so if you spend time in my travel playlist, you'll see a lot of content. All the way back to, the way they designed the road systems, the city streets, so that if you lived in all the zoning, if you lived in a black neighborhood, you couldn't get all the streets were one way coming out of the rich neighborhoods. And I mean, it was crazy. A music lover. I had to take some of my Baltimore content down. It was just too depressing.
100 times, no train. Never train, never train. Now it's, I see the train.
Now I can look forward to eating some soft shell crabs and getting some crab cakes and some beer with Lee Hale when I get back to Baltimore. Oswald was not pictured up where he was supposed to meet the connection. He ran to threat. Who are you? Who? Yeah, thank you. Please tap the like button. Thank you, June. Oswald, nothing. Just like Madeline Murray O'Hare, nice fellow traveler. Yeah, Oswald lived in Minsk for 4 years, but he was denied immigrating. Yeah, it'll be all right, Cindy. We'll get over it, honey. We'll have bigger fish to fry when we get to Vegas with the heat. Yeah, it's good to see you, Bub D, and thank you again for the dono. Thank you. Very nice of you. It's going to go into the Vegas Survival Fund. What up? Ready for the oven? I'm ready, ding dong. I'm getting ready. I got my lightweight shorts, cowboy hat, a sling bag with water. Heat working girls get. I'm waiting for Amanda Huggin because what could go wrong, right? It's like a perfect setup on Fremont and yeah. Well, you'll see enough of that with the people when I'm walking around. Half the women don't even wear. You're lucky if they have panties on. I heard you say that the cocktail is you have right now. I bought this crappy organic stuff, Naomi. It tastes terrible, absolutely terrible. Ooh, but I'll use it. I got 2 bottles of it. I won't waste it. It's just I don't know what it is. Just basically we're not. Well, you can see that down on. Yeah, the organic. You could see that down in Figueroa Street in L.A. You had these beautiful Latina women. I mean, just perfect figures, and they would be wearing yarn, pink yarn. I mean, one strand of yarn. Cops just sailing by like, who cares, right? Went to Papa's Steakhouse. Excellent seafood. Oprah said the best brand. That's pretty cool. My father used to like to go to Papas's down in Dundalk. Man, we going down to Dundalk tonight, man. We gonna go down to Papas's and get us some crabs. Man, I hope they got that Yingling beer down there, man. Is that stuff good? Yeah, I mean, it was just a pink yarn. I mean, spectacular looking gal, but holy smokes, man. Ah. It's how you go. Sometimes you just got to suck it up and you got to live with your decisions. I could have a ham sandwich tonight, a big meat sandwich. Well, I try to floss every day. Still got all my teeth. Oswald was just angry about the Bay of Pigs. I'll say sometimes you just got to get over stuff. Big fat pastrami. I got this nice Mr. X Carl Buddy. You get everything for once. Never floss if you have an infection. Yeah, I mean, just it prevents infection. You don't want all that infection going into your bloodstream, you know. I find Total toothpaste is outstanding. A dentifrice. Yeah, they knew he was a loser. I mean, when you try that hard to get into your country, you're a loose cannon, you know? It was like Madeleine Murray O'Hare, another loose cannon, and hated the patriarchy. And why? Because she failed her Texas bar examination. Oh, well. Yeah, I'm talking about her, yeah. Yeah, Alan, it just makes it just makes for book writing and stuff. You know, I mean, you know, you have to have confidence in the Warren Commission and all that. Nobody's going to go to those lengths. I don't like it. Dan, I mean, I do that. She met a terrible end. Down in Texas with her son. Yeah, do you have to have somebody spray that down and put burlap on that tonight? They wore, yeah, where they attacked. What do you, I tried to figure out the reason they only were, yeah, they were trying, yeah, they're showing off their body, Patty. Yeah, well, I guess I believe in the tooth fairy then. I'm not a conspiracy driven person. There's just no point to it. Yeah, it's just it's a lot of competition out there, Patty. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, there's 40, 50 girls out there, all shapes and sizes. I mean, it's like a smorgasbord, right? So you got to stand out. You can see her in my thumbnail. Labor spraying with water on. Oh, good. Okay. Man, there's nothing worse than concrete that cures too quick, and it's all got to be jackhammered out. And oh man. Sometimes it's even hard. It's harder to accept a made-up truth. I certainly learned to wear goggles when that mulberry tree, cutting that thing's always been a pain. You're eating ice cream. Where in the hell did you get the ice cream? Later, ding dong. Yeah, Alan sent me the recipe, but I haven't picked up the fixings for it, so. Shamanama ding dong. Do you go to the library, Naomi? I'm going to have to spend a week in the library when I do my sourcing. Well, he had co-conspirators. You know, Mary Surratt, her husband. Mary Surratt was the first woman ever hung by the government in the United States. And strangely, they were tried in a military court. No appeals, no nothing. The assassination was in April, and by July they were swinging. They were dancing on air. You have to remember the same day that Lincoln was assassinated, Secretary of State Seward was attacked by a knife and his throat was cut. So it wasn't just Lincoln that day. They couldn't find Johnson because he was drunk. Yeah, people don't know that Secretary of State Seward, who bought Seward's Folly, Alaska, was almost killed that day too. So it was quite a little gang of operatives at work. Yeah, you just gotta accept. You gotta accept it happened. You know. So I tell you, Alan, that's why I don't ever buy into conspiracy theories. At every conspiracy theory, there's somebody who wants to make a buck. Tax tariff on that. That's all you Brits do is pay taxes, right? Your VAT. Well, you can go down to the Smithsonian on the mall. You can go into the archives. You can see the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence. You can walk into the Smithsonian Institute and see the flag that was flying over Fort McHenry in 1814. Right, where the Star Spangled Banner was written with all the original burn marks and stuff in it. It's when men were men. And manscaping was not a thing. We have copies of it. There was always people that were making multiple copies of documents. Some were ceremonial to give people, others were stored away. What was the greatest discovery in history? I would say Einstein's 1905 general theory of relativity. E equals mc squared, which in 1912 was proven in an eclipse to be correct. Hey, Angus. And do you know to this day, June, they still don't know what gravity is, what causes it? It's all just a theory. No, gravity caused your bike fall. Wasn't that kind last night? Ramsey's like, oh man, right. Let me see if I got the tribe here. Let's see. Oh, there's tribe. How you doing, tribe? I always have to have the live chat on. Yeah, Ramsey took a nasty fall. Okay, we're delivering food. We got our Jeep. We're delivering food. Hey, Carrie. Looks like a blueberry. Wow, that's a Ford. Is that a Jeep? Oh, it's a Bronco, yeah. Can you imagine delivering food in your Bronco? A brand new Bronco. So you're enslaving yourself to pay for that. Sun has gone down, the days are getting shorter. Yeah, we're down to 91 degrees. Oh, you're like Salt Bay. June, what do you think could happen, honey? You have studied and can see the parallel of both species. Truck, every civilization is always in transit. Every civilization is always inevitably moving towards its end. It's just a question of how much time there is to the end. So civilizations are never static, they're always in motion. You just can't, they just appear to be static. So the worst mistake you can ever make is assuming that the civilization you see is the civilization it will always be. You need only look at the French Revolution to see how far off the rails a society can go, and in such a short period of time. When bloodlust runs rampant, the cult of reason. That's what I believe will be the most striking parallel to what we have coming up. It'll be the final purging and throwing over of any and all morality whatsoever. It'll be man become animal. How you doing, Seal? Well, he didn't go to the marketplace. He, to pay your contribution to the temple, you had people coming from all different lands, all over the Jews from everywhere, right? And they all came in with their drachmas and their foreign currencies, so you needed to change that into shekels, right? So that was it. It was conducted. That was normal business within the temple. Just like if you needed to cash an American Express check. What's going on, Seal? Yep, don't leave home without it, Carl Malden. There's still people that travel with traveler's checks. Patty, I think the president's own performance militates against him, honey. I mean, you can't, right? I mean, people have eyes. They see what they see. I mean, it's, even the Democrats knew that. Yeah, Columbia House presents and K-Tel Records. Hey Justin, how are you? Staying cool? Looks like I'm coming down next week just in time to get roasted. As long as I'm going to be on the street, I'm hoping it's going to be a record breaker. I was already there on the hottest day in Vegas, 121 degrees in 2021. Trying to beat the heat. I'm just trying to tell Patty that, nobody has to be told that, people have eyes. I mean, when you see people on The View, when you see the women on The View start to question what's going on, then, right? So really, it's mainly Democrats that have been really the ones making an issue. Oh, I'll be super hydrated, and when I'm out on my walks, I'll have 4 bottles of water. Well, you know that, Patty. Other people know that, but it's that and a dime will get you a cup of coffee. Yeah, Seal, I hear you. Well, I mean, you're not, you know, I mean, I know that I know what's been done, but the thing that's going to haunt Biden now is interest rates, which continue to rise, and instability in government borrowing. That's going to be the next big thing. So people know that the government's going to have to print money. Biden doesn't set the interest rate, the free market does. All the federal funds rate does is follow behind the market rate for T-bills, 30-day and 90-day T-bill rates. The Fed doesn't set rates, it follows them. If they could set rates, they would have cut them a couple weeks ago, but they can't. I'm not blaming Biden for anything. I'm just saying he's going to have to deal with the higher interest rates because everything always comes down to the president. The president's always the repository of whatever goes bad. I don't know, Gordon. Yeah, who would want that job? Exactly. Uh, how you doing, Miss Tree? Yeah, I'm just saying people talk, they express opinions, Magda. I mean, social media is full of it, right? I mean, you got MSNBC running their program, you got CNN running their program, and you got Fox running their program. They're all, you know, they're all operatives of the parties. That's good, Sam. When the fish goes rotten, cut off that head. On this earth, evil triumphs over good. This guy got a loaf of bread. I'd like a fish head stew. Good fish head stew. Oh, yum. You know, they don't even make any pretense of hiding it anymore. At least in the days like Dan Rather and you would attempt to hide your disgust at the Republicans or whatever, and then that story broke about George Bush in the Air Force Reserve, and that was the end of Rather. People said, "I'd rather not." Tonight on 60 Minutes. What about my girl, Elizabeth Hasselbeck? Do I have an eye for the ladies or what? Right, Seal? Yeah, you were on 60 Minutes tonight. We go behind the scenes. Why is this man always yelling in our kitchen? That's right, on 60 Minutes tonight, the one and only Gordon Ramsay. Oh, bloody hell, it's all crap. Beep, beep. I told you it tastes like beep. What the beep are you doing? Brace yourself, 60 Minutes with Gordon Ramsay. What is it like to work with the most demanding chef in the world? The owner of 8 Michelin stars. Moreover, what happens when you lose a Michelin star and you're Gordon Ramsay? It's not a pretty sight for the kitchen. Right? I should be a script writer. Smoky in a red light district. Yeah, we're almost there now, Alan. Cool too. I get to see the Australia 60 Minutes on YouTube videos. Where's Magda with her hero Emma Goldberg? It's that time of the night where we get static here. Emma Goldman, that's it. Goldberg. They got caught up by the Palmer Commission, headed by who other than future President Calvin Coolidge. If you don't like it, go to Russia. We need to come back. Apply for a visa. Denied. Yeah, I wonder what she had to do with the blowing up of the wagon in front of J.P. Morgan and Company. How many people were killed in that? Hello! Calvin Coolidge was great. I told you the joke. Calvin Coolidge never talked. He was from Vermont, right? He was always, they call him Silent Cal. And he would go to White House functions and you would sit next to him and he'd just nod and just, that was it. So one time some people had a bet and they said, who can make the president talk? And some woman's like, I know I can make him talk. And so they put a bet down and I can make him say more than, and the person's like, I bet you can't make him say more than 2 words. And she says, it's a bet, you're on. You got to that state dinner last night and she turned to President Coolidge and said, Mr. President, I have a bet that I can get you to say more than 2 words. And what did he say? You lose. Silent Cal, keep cool with Coolidge, baby. He made his name putting down the Boston police strike of 1919, where the rule said there's never an excuse to strike against the public public order. Very famous. That's why police and firefighters can never go on strike. Yeah. They said Coolidge looked like he was weaned on a sour pickle. But he was quite a good president. especially after that disaster Harding. The pride of Marion, Ohio. So the question is, have our presidents gotten worse over time, or have our expectations for what it is to be president become too unrealistic? All right, take care. Yeah, him and Jack Daniels. Yeah, unrealistic these days. They just never had the attention on presidency. You could do whatever the hell you wanted there. I mean, most of these people in this country never even knew that Roosevelt was disabled. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, the United States was attacked by the imperial forces of the Empire of Japan. It is a day that will live in infamy. Yes, Mr. President. Nothing's anybody's fault. But everything has its roots in decisions that were made 50, 60, 70 years ago. All right, we're pedaling slow. We're sightseeing. We don't know what we're doing. What are we doing? You're looking at me. What am I doing? What are you doing? We got our sling blade bag. We're talking like sling blade. There we go. That's why I always take it easy on presidents. You know, once you're in office, I'm behind you 100%. 100%. All right, don't fall into the street. What are we doing? We're going to the hotel. We didn't want to pay for parking, so we're going to stay on the street. Yeah, we don't learn from it because human nature never changes, Jude. Change human nature, you change history from repeating itself. Nice doggy. Oh, there's a cop. Better put our turn signal on. All right, setting a pick over there. We're good. Nitrog. This is the Army, Mr. Jones. No, no telephones. Well, the British burned Washington, and the real prize they wanted was Baltimore with all the shipbuilding and industry there. So you had the Battle of North Point and the bombing of Fort McHenry. The rocket's red glare, baby. Heading to the Rancho, get some dinner, nurse this eye a little bit. We're friends with the British because we have the commonality of language. We used to have the commonality of perseverance in industry and drive, work ethic. Both maritime nations. It was inevitable that we would come together. Oh. I mean, you got an odor. Did you? Well, I was going to say, did you flush the toilet? Oh, better not say that. I'm already on thin ice with Patty Wakefield anyway. Okay, honey. Grab that meat. You sure don't want it to be a fallen bladder or something. Oh, man. Let's get this thing back in order. See, I can't put that thing in hot weather. Oof. We're lighting up the hood tonight. Let's get this baby on. I don't want to kill the stream. I got the oil change today, so we're good to, I got 131,000 miles, we'll be good. She's got that fallen bladder that drives the boys wild. I had to share a boarding house with the woman that had a fallen bladder, and she would talk about it incessantly. Well, you know, I'm eating here, right? 7 a.m. It's like 98 degrees, and I gotta hear that. French are very good allies too. France doesn't sit on their butt. They take care of their own. They do their own R&D defense. And they'll drop a nuclear bomb on your arse. Or the boss will be like, oh, we still got boxes in the hall. Let's see what the temperature is. Let's see. Let's see. Got, what do we got? We got 88 degrees. In the last 365 days, we had a high of 104 in the house, and we had a low of 48. Woo! Yes, Great Britain is still an extremely powerful nation. All roads lead to Britain. Oh, there's a baby cat running. I don't know where the bird is. Yeah, we like it hot, Seal. That's what we do. All right. Happy Canada Day, everybody, to all of our wonderful Canadian friends. Cold beer here, cold beer. Get your cold beer here. Last call, cold beer. First we get hydrated. Ugh. You know what I mean? Seal, does it get any better than that, dude? What a way to welcome in Monday night. We got a heat wave. Oh man, it's like being on the sweaty streets of Baltimore. Right. Well, I do declare it is a mighty close today. Mm-hmm. You always have to stay hydrated. Telephone pole. You couldn't even pay me to go over on Ashburton. Next, you'll tell me you're over on the you're over in Walbrook, dude. I'd say you just about signed your death warrant. I think Patty Wakefield is a royalist. I lost my interest in alcohol like that. Mine is not an interest, it's an enjoyment. It's a pleasure. Interest is reading a novel, watching a movie. And Seal Hater will bear me out on this. Drinking is just pure pleasure. Mm-hmm. Boy, somebody's really working like crazy. Sound like a chipper running. Look, cut the malarkey. We're facing a critical fundraising deadline. The old goat tooth in that telephone pole. Hey, Ward. Get some good. Are you going to get the flavored, Shemaine? I could be a tour guide, Lee. How you doing, hon? Today we're going to be down in Hamden. Nah, the tree's still there. I trimmed it up myself. Happy Canada Day. You can guzzle away, Patty, even if you're on a thinner. You can just enjoy it. What do you want to live to 100? Apple, peach. Shemaine likes Fireball. You got peach. Well, you only live once, Patty. Seal will tell you, man, you get that first hit. Ham dump. Wow. How about Fraser's Tap Room? I remember fighting for my life at the Hamden movie theater when I was a kid. Good night, Mario. This weather, you really need to stay hydrated. So whenever you're drinking, you should always be drinking water with it. I'd like to see June with a few beers. Patty Wakefield has her medicinal marijuana card. Hamburger helper's good. I don't think Ramsey could top the hamburger helper. Well, it wasn't really ever bad. You just had a lot of, it was like Baltimore's really redneck area. Ramsey. You can never get one up. You can never get one up on Ramsey. No matter what you did, he did better. you got to try Bush Light, honey. You'll be. This will change your whole world. Ask Seal Hater. All right. Seal will tell you this is game changer, man. Seal, imagine if I hadn't gone into that Atomic Lounge with only $5 in my pocket, right? Dude, I'd still be lost. All right. All right. Just hands down, this is a great drinking experience. Yeah, I'm telling you, Justin. Ultra is a waste of money, but it's good. I got some from the Martin, so I'll be drinking it. I head for the Bush beer. Once you have this stuff, there's just no going back, and the beauty is, it's like at the bottom of the beer barrel for cost, which is great. You know what I mean? That's a commercial wrap. Natural icy alcohol content is too high. Foster's Lager. Not really, June. No, because it's made by the same brewing company, Patty. It's like if you go to a restaurant for years and you're buying a ribeye steak at the restaurant, and then you come in the next week and they've introduced a $5, Salisbury steak, and you're like, I'll take that. And the guy running the restaurant's like, what the hell? See, you cost us putting that shit on the menu. Now we lost our best customer. Yeah, for the next Bush commercial. Justin is just really smooth. Good night, Lee. I think that's the last thing that Michelob Ultra would want to hear. And Anheuser-Busch Brewing, that I just discovered that you're putting Busch Light into Michelob Ultra cans. All right. Okay, we did it. How much is it going to cost? How much you got? Zima beer. Yeah, Bob D, was that in Portland, or was that in Las Vegas? Because Portland, we had Huber's restaurant up there, which was one of the only restaurants that was open during the pandemic when we went up north. That was an amazing meal. Full-on turkey dinner. Or do you mean the one at the Four Queens, the Magnolia? That's an amazing open-faced sandwich. You get the fries. Yeah, Portland. Huber's restaurant in Portland. Amazing place. Real old school. I'd like to spend more time in Portland. But man, you know what? The political climate there just suffocated me in Portland. And I'm coming from California, right? And I'm like, every light pole had, boycott this business. They're not paying a living wage, or donate here because they traffic kids, or do this or that. I'm like, man, you can't even make a move, right? Can't do anything, man, without offending somebody. That's why that show Portlandia is really spot on, right? You know, it was the first city I ever, yeah, Black Lake was the first city I ever saw. It was like a deer in the headlights. You know, you get into an Uber. How's everything going after the riots and all that? It's like, yeah, everything's going pretty well. We're kind of almost, we feel like we might be moving back towards normal. It's like, you know, are you shitting me, dude? Yeah, you look like a mental case. uh, Clearski's a creeper. Yeah, exactly. I'd like to meet up with him. Portland's a cool city, but like I say, everybody, that's how you treat an eye, that's how you get an eye infection. We were forced to have Schlitz at my college. Crap. Because the president of college, his brother was the master brewer at Schlitz. Oh man, Seal, you couldn't swing a dead cat by the tail without hitting an LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ thing going on, or BLM, or trafficking, or you know, capitalist pigs, and right? Man, you couldn't do anything without risking offending anybody. Yeah, the alphabet. I just call it the, you know, they're always adding new ones on, which is fine. I mean, it's just that everything was still boarded up. There were boards over the courthouse windows, and people were just still in a state of shock up there. But it's kind of a cool, it looks like a cool place to visit. They had a really good food truck scene, but that collapsed. As I went there with the boss and Janet, I think I did Cinematic Portland or whatever, and they just refused because the food trucks looked so dirty. It was so different from when they went in like 2015. Knickerbocker, I don't know, it's New York, right? Yeah, thank you. We'll be doing more of them, Trixie, once we get this book done. But man, writing an introduction, oof, ooh, it's got to be good. No blue ribbon for me. But the gas prices are high as shit. You gotta get people that are gonna be, wow, this is, you know, right off the back in the intro, it's gonna make claims that are just gonna piss some people off, and other people are gonna go, yeah, about time somebody said it. You know, it's naturally controversial. I just rather wouldn't drink than have Schlitz or blue ribbon. Dr. Frankenstein, how are you? Here comes the king, here comes the big number one. Do 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 do. Listerine. That stuff is really tough. Hey Robert, Milwaukee's best. I'll try one. Hey MB, you know what I can't stand? I don't like the high gravity beers. The Old English, the Steel Reserve. It's like eating a pint of sugar. I placed a frozen inside her Roosevelt, and there was a moldy pan in there. Goodness, what a smell! It's like a fallen bladder, huh, Patty? I don't know. I'm with Justin, and you couldn't pry me off of this stuff. Four Locos. That's another crazy ass one. I try to stay clear of people that are drinking that crap. You see that on the streets of Vegas, man, that's an automatic, dude. Stay the heck away. Four Locos. That's a nice breeze blowing now. Do 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 boop 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 boo doo boop boo doo boop doo boo boop 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 do 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 do. Colt 45, all of them. All that. Yeah, I don't know tonight, Gordon. It's pretty warm. I might just have a sandwich. I got that bread I made. I'm not really happy about the cocktail sauce I have either. Just you see that high gravity stuff, and guys are just get blasted on that crap on the streets. And on top of meth and Little Rock, right? Little Rock in your pipe. You even got people doing dust again. Seal Hater, we do enjoy our attitude adjustment hour. Here comes the king, here comes the big number one. Do 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 do. I can't do the high gravity beers. I hope you don't do that stuff in your kitchen, Ramsey. I don't know. I was going to do a tasting test tonight, a comparison to Old English and Steel Reserve and Four Locos, and I thought, oh, man. I mean, it's just like, what's in it for me? Right? I'm thinking Dr. Frankenstein. Well, what's in it for me? Terrible. I don't drink to get blasted out of my mind. I drink to just mellow out. I can go without it forever or have it later, Gordon. Thank you. they got the big boys. The tall boys, I think they're 32 ounces. Now I appreciate when I'm at the end of my live stream in Vegas, when I'm just about dead from heat exhaustion and people wanting to kill me, and I get down to the Atomic Lounge and I get those two 16-ounce Busch Lights, and I got a meatball sub on order. Man, I am in high cotton, dude. I put my feet up and I just enjoy. I don't know. I have no problem really sleeping when it's hot. It's warm. Some people do. Sherry says, I'm eating a salami Swiss sandwich by then. Oh, that sounds pretty good. I like a good salami. Hey Queen, no, I didn't eat yet, honey. I'm just chilling out, just relaxing. We've been having a great stream tonight, just very mellow. You know, good night, Alan. I'm just getting myself worked up into a frenzy for travel and everything else. Yeah, I like a Guinness about 4 times a year. I like a dark beer. It's a very good drinking experience, a dark beer. They have a really good beer around here called Death and Taxes. I think it's by Moonlight Brewing or something. It's really good. And then remember that oatmeal beer I had? Whatever the hell that was pretty good, right? Yeah, I had some today. I had a bag of the, what do you call that flavor for the chip? I don't know, some kind of Mexican cheese or whatever it was. I like to go slow when it comes to snacking and stuff. Spread it out. Yeah, Samuel Adams. I'm surprised they never sold out, June. And I don't know if they ever made a light. I just don't feel like noodles tonight because that cocktail sauce is crappy. Ooh. Alright, well guys, it's been 3 hours anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just close it down tonight and clean up a few things inside and get a few things put away. We're getting closer to blast off time for the trip, so first and foremost, I need to thank my moderators. Justin, what an incredible, so great to see you in here tonight, and everybody else. To my moderators, thank you so much for everything that you do. The wind beneath my wings. Yeah, we've been about 3 hours tonight, and that's all good. So I want to thank everybody. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, could I impose on you to just take a second and do so? It is very, very appreciated. And take care, everybody.